Sagittarius, welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your monthly horoscope for the month of July 2021. But before we begin, I would like to let you know that I do daily video horoscopes that I post on my YouTube channel every single day. I do weekly video horoscopes that I post every single week. And I also do monthly horoscopes that I post every single month. You can watch them all on my YouTube channel. And I also request you to hit the bell icon, hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time I post a video. Okay, that being said, Sagittarius, as we enter the month of July, we have a lot of planets in retrograde. We have Pluto in retrograde, Saturn in retrograde, Jupiter in retrograde, and Neptune in retrograde, which means that July is a month of reaping the rewards for the work that we already put in while these planets were direct. So that's the energy. The second thing I want to mention is that till July 9th, till the new moon in Cancer, we will be in the new moon solar eclipse in Gemini energy in a very powerful way. Since the new moon last month was also an eclipse, this energy will stay with us for at least 6 months. However, it'll be very intense till July 9th, till the new moon in Cancer. Now let's talk about the new moon in Cancer, Sagittarius. So what is a new moon? A new moon is basically a new beginning. It's the time where we seed things, where we begin things. And we may not really know what we are seeding or beginning in a very clear manner. But we are seeding something, we are beginning something. And this new beginning, Sagittarius, is happening in your 8th house, as you can see on the chart. The 8th house is the house of intimacy, intimate relationships, personal karmic things. It's also the house of occult. Now, that being said, I want to say that this new beginning in these areas of your life that I just mentioned will be different from how it has been in the past 2 to 3 years. In the past 2 to 3 years, every time you wanted to work on intimacy, intimate relationships, your personal karmic matters, investments, or any occult things, it felt difficult, it felt challenging. And that was because Saturn, which is in Aquarius right now, right here, was in Capricorn from 2017 December to 2020, which meant that the new moon in Cancer for the past 2 to 3 years, every time was opposed by Saturn, which is the planet of hard work, discipline, delays, decisions, all those things. So every time you wanted to have a new beginning in intimacy, intimate relationships, investments, personal karmic matters, occult things, it felt difficult. But this year is different. This year is easier. This year is lighter. This year is things will flow. The beginning will happen in an easy way. So that's July 9th. And the whole month, till next month, August, till we have a new moon in the sign of Leo, you will be working on these things that I just mentioned. Now the second thing happens on July 11th, and that's Mercury is going to enter the sign of Cancer. It was in your 7th house, now it's going to enter your 8th house on July 11th. Now Mercury is our mind, it's our mental energy, it's our communication, it's writing. So for the past 20 days or so, when Mercury was in your 7th house, actually it was in Gemini for a long time, it retrograded in Gemini. So Sagittarius, for the past some time, you have been very focused mentally on your marriage, on your relationships, on your business partnerships and legal issues. And now on July 11th, the focus of your mind, of your mental energy, of communication will shift to intimate relationships, to intimacy, to deep connections, to personal karmic matters, to occult things. Sorry. And you'll be doing this for the next 2 weeks as Mercury moves through your 8th house, okay? And then on July 15th, Sagittarius, Chiron is going to retrograde, okay? Chiron is in your 5th house. Now, Chiron is our deepest wound, but it's also how we heal. But the healing with Chiron comes in a very peculiar way. It heals us by wounding us more. And Chiron right now is in your 5th house of love, of romance, of children, of creativity, of pleasure, of fun, of hobbies. So it has been healing you in these ways, but the healing has been bittersweet, Sagittarius. And when Chiron goes retrograde, as it will on July 15th, the bittersweetness, the wounding that comes with the healing when Chiron is direct will ease off. Now is the time where we will reprocess all the work we did to heal. So that's a good thing, because that active wounding process will ease off. Okay, then we move on to July 21st, Sagittarius. And on July 21st, we have Venus entering the sign of Virgo. So let's see that right here. Now, Virgo is your 10th house. Okay, so in the next 20-25 days, as Venus moves through the sign of Virgo and your 10th house, it will get you blessings connected to your career, connected to your business. It will also make you more receptive to these areas. So that's happening on July 21st, Sag. And on July 22nd, the sun enters the sign of Leo. So let's see that. The sun's right here. It will enter the sign of Leo, which means it will illuminate, bring to light things connected to foreign education, higher education, foreign travel, your thoughts, your belief systems, all these things, and perhaps publishing if you're into that. Because the sun illuminates a certain part of our life for 30 days. And for the next 30 days, the areas that I mentioned, higher education, foreign travel, wisdom, knowledge, belief system, all these areas will be highlighted for you, will be brought to light for you, Sagittarius. And then on July 23rd, we have the most important event of July, which is the full moon in Aquarius. Now, the full moon in Aquarius is happening in your, it's going to happen right here, okay? Like this house and this house. So it's happening in your 3rd and 9th house. 3rd and 9th house. Now, what is a full moon? A full moon is a culmination point. It's a completion point. It's when we begin to understand things. It's when we begin to see things clearly. And we are seeing 2 to 3 things clearly on this full moon. And the first one is the beginning that happened on July 9th. Okay? The beginning that happened in your 8th house of intimacy, intimate relationship, personal karmic matters, investments, occult things. You're seeing that clearly. What did you plant back then on July 9th? Okay, that's the first thing. Now, the second thing ties back to Feb, I think 11th it was, with the new moon in Aquarius. And that new moon in Aquarius happened in your 3rd house of your mind, of your communication, of your immediate environment, of your siblings, of writing. So there was something new that began in this area of your life. Your thinking, your thought processes, communicating something, writing something, immediate environments, peer groups, siblings, that sort of stuff. And now you're able to see that more clearly, Sagittarius. And the third thing ties into December of 2020. Now, December 2020, Saturn right here and Jupiter right here, they met up at 0 degrees of Aquarius, which is your 3rd house. And they began a new 20-year beginning in your house of your communication, your mind, your thinking, your thought processes, your writing, your immediate environment, your siblings, your peer group. Could be any one of these things. And now you're able to see that beginning clearly. What happened in December? Yeah, something you're able to see clearly connected to that. What happened in Feb? You're seeing that clearly. And then on July 27th, Sagittarius, Mercury is going to leave your 8th house and enter your 9th house. And now your mind, your mental energy, your communication will be focused on higher education, foreign travel, wisdom, knowledge, adventure, belief system, abstract knowledge, all these things for the next 15-20 days. And then on July 28th, Jupiter right here is going to retrograde back into your 3rd house, which means that all the work that you put in when Jupiter was direct, see, Jupiter brings with it rewards and gifts and blessings and healing when it is direct, but it also brings with it lessons when it is direct. But when it is retrograde, the lessons ease off. We've learned those lessons or we haven't. And now it gives us the rewards for the work that we put in, the lessons that we learned while it was direct. And for you, Sagittarius, that is connected now to your mind, to your communication, to your thought processes, to your immediate environment, siblings, whatever work you did, whatever lessons you learned while Jupiter was direct during this time period, you'll reap the rewards without the lessons. You've already learned those or you haven't. And then on July 29th, Mars is going to enter your 10th house. And that's a great thing because Mars comes into a sign after 2 years almost. And when it does, the area of the sign in your chart, in this case, it's your career, Sagittarius. Your career will be re-energized, reinvigorated. And this does not happen in 2 years. So that's what Mars is going to do for the next 40 days, re-energize your house of career. And that's all the major events that are happening in the month of July, Sagittarius. If you want a detailed reading of these days, you can watch my daily horoscopes because that breaks down the day in detail. And if you want to see the larger themes that are going on in the background, say for example, where is Saturn in your chart? Saturn's in your 3rd house. What does that mean for you? Because Saturn will stay in your house for 3 years, which means you'll have a theme in your life for 3 years. And it's going to stay the same for all these 3 years, no matter what changes month to month, right? Where is Neptune? Neptune's been in Pisces since 2011. So what area is it affecting for so many years of your life? If you want to know the long-term themes, do let me know and I will try to make a video on that. Because I do believe knowing the undercurrents, the longer transits is important because yes, things change day to day, week to week, moment to moment, month to month, but it's the larger themes that really set the base for a few years in our life. And the next thing is that I will pick a card for you, Sagittarius, and then we'll close out the reading. It says flexible. Sagittarius, I think the universe is demanding you to be flexible this month. Go with the flow, be easy. Be flexible. And you're a mutable sign, Sagittarius. Change comes naturally to you, change comes easily to you. So be flexible this month. Let the universal energy guide you. Because things may not go as planned for you. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean this in a way that perhaps universe has plans for you that you can't even fathom or imagine. And sometimes you may need to be flexible to embrace those plans or let the universe flow through you so that those plans can take shape. So be flexible, let change happen. You're good at that, Sagittarius, and just be you. And have a great day. Do hit the subscribe button, do hit the bell icon, and let me know about the long-term transit reading. Okay? Bye.